So this is a quick GeoGebra Classic overview. The first idea that we need to explore is what the menu on the left-hand side has to offer. You have your Move tool. This is what you use to select your items. By default, usually I come back and select this when I feel like my cursor is trying to do too many things. You've got your points and all of the different tools that are associated with points. You've got lines and all of the tools associated with lines, segments, etc. Over here you have special lines, so perpendicular lines, parallel lines, different types of lines that we've explored in geometry. This fifth tool allows you to create polygons in a various way. Circles and your compass tool is found in number 6. Over here, ellipses. We won't probably work with these too often. The measurement tool we will use to make some observations. Transformations, so reflections and different types of symmetry, dilations. There's some visuals here and visuals here, and we use this to make text boxes or to label and name items. The menu on the right hand side, the undo and redo options, and then over here the 3 bars is your main menu, and there's different settings and options in there. You'll just learn about them as you use and play with them. This big search eyeglass, that's your searching for resources, so you can find different activities or how to create different constructions using GeoGebra over with this eyeglass. So back to that move tool, this is what I use quite frequently. That move tool allows me to select and deselect. So we are going to first look at how to create a segment, and I'll walk you through it. So to create a segment, you select a point. So over here, you're going to select the point toolbar, click on 2 spots of your canvas. That's the blank area of GeoGebra. They automatically name themselves, and you select the segment and you choose the endpoints, and it will create a segment between those 2 endpoints. You can also create a segment by selecting the segment, which is the 3rd toolbar, and using the segment tool. You select 2 spots on your canvas and you'll notice that it creates a segment for you. Why have I put in 2 different ways to create a segment? Well, sometimes you have to link 2 different points that are not already linked. Sometimes you just want to make a segment, and sometimes you need to create a segment. For example, if you need to create the median, you have to select the vertex, and then you have to select the midpoint of the side that's opposite that vertex of that triangle. So let's move over here to GeoGebra. So the first method, I said to click 2 points. Notice at the bottom of your screen there's that help menu that tells you what you need to do. So I'm going to create a segment, point 1, point 2, and now I'm going to create a segment between those 2 points. So point 1 connected to point 2, and you're done. You can also create a segment by using the segment. So select here and notice that I'm pulling that segment anywhere. Now, if I go back and I use my move button and I move this point, it's still connected to point B. That's still going to be segment AB. Same thing over here with C and D. So going back over to my classic, let's go ahead and find the midpoint of a segment. So let's find the midpoint of segment AB. You're going to choose the second toolbox's midpoint or center, and you just click on there. That's it. That's all you got to do to find the midpoint of a segment. Notice that if I move, got to do the select, the move button. If I move point B, that midpoint moves along with it. So it's not just a matter of placing a point that looks like it's halfway. I am able to move that segment, but I can't do anything. I can't move that midpoint because it's fixed. All I can do is move the endpoint and it follows along with us. You can also create a midpoint by selecting two endpoints, and it will do the same type of idea. All right, so how does it compare to using a compass? Well, you can use the compass on here, and I will walk through these steps to use the compass to show how it compares. So we're going to use the compass, we'll use the intersect tool, the segment tool, and again, the intersect tool. So let's go back over here. So let's go ahead and undo that point F, and I'm going to use my compass tool. It says that I need to select my radius and then my center. There, now I've got a circle centered at D with length of CD. So I'm going to just kind of move this around here. Notice that when I move, my circle moves too. No matter what I do with this, it's going to move. All right, so let's go back and use that compass tool again. So I've got my radius and my center with C. There's, oh, I got to place it on C, so it'll be centered at C. Okay, so notice that these two circles intersect. We expect that to happen. I'm going to locate that intersection. You can either go right here and it will give you that F intersection. Notice that if I move my circles C and D, that intersection point moves with it. You can also select circle and it will name those as well. And notice that it gave you that other intersection up there too, because when you select the two circles, you're selecting, you're showing those two intersection points. Okay, so we're almost there. Why did I want these two intersection points? Because I want to construct the segment that's between those 2 points, and that segment will cut the segment CD in half. So let me locate that intersection point there at I. That's my midpoint. So notice that I can't really move the H, I can't move the I can't move those points. They don't allow me to move. They only move if I move C or D because it's fixed to whatever that radius is. So hopefully that kind of gave you some ideas on how to use GeoGebra. I'm going to also share a GeoGebra about perpendicular bisectors. If there's another type of construction you'd like to see, I will include that as well.